Hi there, this is Adam over at Cod Microgreens again. This is Friday, February 8th, 2019, and following up on my last video, I said that I would kind of give you a little bit of insight on growing chard. I've just noticed, just from the fact of how colorful they are, that you can't really find any other of the brassica families or anything else for that matter that really has the outstanding color that you can get from growing Swiss chard. Um, so I've decided, to keep going further and further into it to be successful at it because it does have a lot of downfalls. If you don't really pay attention to all the triggers, you have damping off issues, poor germination, tons of seed holes sticking to it. So it has a lot of potholes and pitfalls that a lot of growers start with it because they see it and then they go, the heck with this, I'm never doing it again because it's just not worth it. I'm not getting any yield and it's just turning out to be a crappy product. But I want to give you a couple tips that have worked for me, and I'm getting really good yields from growing this. And I'm now growing a ruby red chard. What I'm going to show you right now is orange fantasia, and then I'm also doing another purple variety. So when you mix those two together, like within a mix, or just do the chard mix, I was thinking of doing like a fire mix. Ruby red chard and the orange fantasia, red and orange. It could be a really good seller at restaurants, and even if your distributors, if you happen to be hooked up with one, that would definitely, it would give them something really special they could probably sell to their customers as well. So just to kind of like give you a little insight, I've right here, I've germinated these. I started on the 4th, and what I did is I soaked them for 12 hours, strained them, and then I soaked them a little bit more. I also used hydrogen peroxide to sanitize the seed, and then right before now, what you see right now is I've rinsed them again, with hydrogen peroxide, so they're nice and clean. So we shouldn't have any problem with any mold issues on here. Also, too, it just, you can see I've taken them to 4 days. I've now got root growth in a lot of them. That's important because I believe a lot of the problems with chard is because you get poor germination underneath, then the seed starts rotting, and then you start getting this damping off, just dying all over the place. And it will happen sometimes, even when you take all the steps. But I think these are, if you pre-germinate the seeds and you get to the point with little roots already, you know that a lot of them, you've activated most of the seed. You're looking to get better than 85% germination rate on each thing. And so what I've done here is I got the seed right here, and I'm going to, it's, even though it's damp, I'm just, you don't want to overly seed with this technique. A lot of growers will tell you, seed really heavy. Well, when you see with beets and stuff like that, well, when you do that with dry seed, I understand it because, it does, if you let there, it has a kind of a poor germination rate. I'm going to do a little trick with the hydrogen peroxide so you can kind of see, you can see how thick I'm actually going with the seed here. Because for some reason, no matter what, this stuff foams up. See that? See about how heavy I did that? There's a little spot like right here, I could fill in. But, it's got a lot of, there's a lot of, good amount of space in between them. But I'm not worried about a poor showing because I've done the work of, trying to pre-germinate it and soak it really well and get those roots to show up. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to seed all these. I've got 10 trays going. I'm going to give them a good coat of soil over there on top of them. About a quarter of an inch of a layer of soil on top. I'm going to stack these about 5 high, and then just let them sit there for about another 5-6 days until I start seeing things poke through. then I will go ahead and I will put them on the rack, but covered in a dome, until I start seeing some good growth coming out of them. And then, as you can see right here, here's some of my ruby red chard right now. If I can get a little better look at it there, you see how it's... This is also a product that I'm really looking at to grow outside as well. It seems it's really loves light, so I'm, looking forward to giving you some updates when I can grow this in the next few months outside in the greenhouse and getting some natural sun. Then, I'm really expecting I should get some, nice tall, yield out of it. Right now, it's growing a little bit short for what I like. There's still, but as you can see, there's not much in the way of seed hulls there. I mean, hardly at all. I mean, it's pretty seed hull free there. And it's nice and full. So, I think that the whole trick, to getting there's to really soften up those seed hulls, and then the seeds sprouts slip out of there much better, and you're going to get a much better result. And you're not going to sit there playing, games, picking through. The whole point is if you want to do this and sell a lot of it, you got to have a product that you don't have time to sit there pick through 2.5 pounds of this stuff to make sure you don't have seed holes in it. So it's just not not good. But anyway, that's what I have for now. I'll give you an update. I'm saying you'll probably hear back on the chart in about 2 weeks. That's when I should have some some good results. Maybe about a week and a half, 10 days or so. Anyway, this is Adam, Cape Cod Microgreens. Have a great day.